When you press the power button, the power supply is activated and provides power to the components inside the computer, marking the beginning of the system's operation. As the power supply sends electrical power to the motherboard, the system begins its initialization, preparing the core components for action. Now that the motherboard is powered, it activates key components like the CPU, RAM, and hard drive, getting everything ready for operation. Once these components are powered, BIOS begins running, performing checks to ensure all the hardware is functioning properly. As BIOS runs the post-power on self-test, it checks the RAM, CPU, hard drive, and essential external devices like the keyboard and mouse. After BIOS completes the tests and confirms everything is in working order, the computer begins loading the operating system from the hard drive into RAM. With the operating system now loaded into RAM, you can see the user interface appear on the screen, ready for you to interact. At this point, when you open an application, the operating system sends a signal to the CPU, prompting it to begin processing the command. The CPU then starts performing the necessary calculations and executing the instructions from the operating system, initiating the processing phase. If the CPU needs additional data, it calls upon the RAM to temporarily store and supply the necessary information. Should the required data not be available in RAM, the CPU will send a request to the hard drive where the data is stored permanently. Once the CPU has all the required data, it performs the necessary calculations and sends signals to external devices to display the results. Now that the data has been processed, you'll see the results on your screen. Everything from text to images is the outcome of the CPU's hard work. In the background, the CPU cache speeds up the data retrieval process, ensuring that frequently used data is accessed quickly. After processing, the signals from the CPU are transmitted to the monitor to display the results for you to see and interact with. The motherboard doesn't stop there. It also sends signals to peripherals like speakers, printers, or the mouse, enabling smooth interaction with the system. Each time you press a key or move the mouse, signals are transferred to the motherboard and then to the CPU, where they are processed in real time. Meanwhile, if you're online, the computer uses the network card to send signals and establish a connection with the internet. Once the internet connection is made, the computer is ready to send and receive data from online servers, connecting you to the world. Using cloud services is no different. Your computer synchronizes and stores data in the cloud, ensuring it's backed up and accessible. As you continue using the computer, the operating system manages its resources, CPU, RAM, and other components, making sure everything runs smoothly and efficiently. Should an issue arise, the system will notify you with an error message, allowing you to take steps to troubleshoot and fix the problem. To save resources, the computer will close any unnecessary applications, reducing its workload and power consumption during idle periods. Now, when it's time to shut down, the operating system gracefully closes all applications and powers down the system, ensuring everything is safely saved. Before the computer powers off completely, the shutdown process allows the system to finalize any tasks and save important data. Sometimes, a restart is required to resolve issues or to refresh the system, ensuring that everything is running optimally. As the computer restarts, it goes through the process of checking the system's components once again, reloading all necessary applications from scratch. Meanwhile, the antivirus software is working in the background, scanning for any malicious software that could harm the system. Now, with everything in place, the computer runs smoothly, with all your software and applications ready to go whenever you need them. Thank you for watching. We hope this video has helped you understand how a computer processes data and operates efficiently.